Hello, everybody. It's time for the TrickTrades trade recap. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. It's been lots of family time this weekend. It's been nice actually. Okay, I'm gonna get into how I played dries, and this trade recap will be available to everyone because I do have some thoughts on dries. I know everybody fucking has thoughts on dries, but I mean this was extremely predictable. It was just actually ridiculous. Anyways, so after the dump that no one could really get into pre-market, I mean there was a couple opportunities, but for the most part you could only get in under the 170s. That's when you could actually accumulate a short position. Um, I got short into this push up into VWAP. And I had a 150 average, a horrible, shitty average. But I mean, at that point, I really didn't care about this short, just because the move was done, and I was just looking for basically a small trade on it. So got in at 150, peeled some off basically at the bottom. Uh, Not much. I mean, there's maybe 20 cents there or something like that. Yeah, it was like very, very small, about 25 cents. And then just I set a stop for break even on the rest. Um, didn't get stopped out here. Just about, because I set my stop at 151, just a hard stop. And then as it was pushing back through here, it came off, and then the party started. So let's take a look. Here, I'll get rid of this board. These are some levels of interest that I'm interested in for Monday. Okay, so then it started popping up. And like I said, maybe I'll go over this here first because I want to explain what I was explaining in pre-market again. Okay, this is why I called this bang on to the penny. And some people were, well, no, it was the break a high a day or where it opened. It's like yes and no, but there's more to it than just that. Now, when you see, especially on something like dries where it's toxic financing and there's someone behind the scenes just selling it off like crazy, you couldn't really get into this. I tried getting in at 232 or 237. I can't remember. Pre-market, there was no way to get in. It would not let you get in. I could not get a fill. Even on these little upticks, I still couldn't get a fill. I tried everything to get a fill. So on the way down, you'll notice, yeah, some shorts could get in here. I kind of missed this opportunity. I missed that big ramp, and then you see this little one here. I tried getting in there, and then all throughout this, where it was doing that, it wouldn't fill me. So then it comes down some more, and I marked a level at, come on, don't mess with me here, at 170. That was a level of interest, okay? Right up to here, because it would come down and it would stop, down and it would stop. This is nothing. This is bullshit right here. And it would come down, and then it just kind of broke over it for a second and then come down. So it's this level right in here that shorts were actually able to accumulate. Okay, guys, that's what I'm getting at. This level, if it goes below it and then starts ramping back up and crosses this price line in here where all these shorts are accumulating, it's going to squeeze. And it's going to squeeze fucking hard. And then the few that got in here that probably got in really fucking heavy, and the few that were able to get in here probably got in heavy. It's going to continue to squeeze at each of these levels, right? So I want to mark these before we go over to the squeeze area. Like, I hate I told you so traders. I hate that shit. You guys have no idea. But when it comes to this is, I mean, I mean, this was so predictable. And I mean, I told all you guys, and we had someone in the room get hammered on this really badly. And he says he's going to listen now. So, I mean, that's good. But so then it got up and it started squeezing. And then as soon as you see now all this volume here, it starts picking up right at the break of that 170 area. And you guys see that, right? This thing's being stupid, but you can see right at that area, once it breaks this 172, that's all those shorts I was pointing out earlier. That's them getting out. And now more and more and more. So anyways, now I played this like a complete asshole. I knew it was going to squeeze, but I didn't know how powerful the move was going to be. This was a big squeeze, guys. This was a really big squeeze. So I got in right here at the break of 2. My average actually was exactly 2. I got in with 10,000 shares, and I rode this up for until the first halt. Okay, now you see this halt here. Now it's hard to see when people are just going to hammer it back down or what, right? But I did play it like a complete asshole. And I mean, I made a couple grand on it. But I mean, in hindsight, I mean, let's see what. Geez, the computer's so slow, guys, especially with Zoom on. Like, you have no idea. Like, if I caught it all the way without peeling anything off, which I wouldn't have done, but let's say right to the top, I could have made 17 grand, guys, right? So a little frustrating on that, but I mean, I don't care. I hit it on the way fucking down too. So that's what I did with that. And then I just waited patiently for it to exhaust. And it sucks because right up at the top, I tried getting a fill, and it didn't fill me. It threw up an error message on my broker, on my order box. So I was a little upset about that. And so my next opportunity was at 3. So I got filled at right at around 3, and then I wrote it all the way down till the end of the day. So I mean, it was nice. I mean, just a crazy opportunity, because right at the end of the day, it came right to VWAP. So, excuse me. So I made a lot of money on dries, and I know a lot of people lost a lot of money on dries. But if you pay attention to key indicators on a trade, it can be very very predictable. So I'm not going to go into my thoughts on dries. That'll be for another one. I'm going to do another video because I have some thoughts on dries here that should be pretty interesting. Come tomorrow. It's on my watch list, and I don't think I'll be watching short. So so that was that trade. And then there was TEAR. Wow, there we go. So I was kind of joking around there in chat that my son took the trade. Well, he did. I gave him 50 shares. In hindsight, I really wish I would have laid the boots to it, but I mean, that's fine. I wanted to kind of show him how to trade and everything else. So we had some fun in the afternoon, and it came up, and then I just asked him, I'm like, oh, do you want to play it? Do you want to short it, or do you want to long it? He always hears me say short, so of course he says short. So we hit it right in here, with a stop of high of day. So 5-cent risk, really good risk reward. I pointed that out to him. I know he's only 7 years old, guys. Don't worry, but it was fun. So anyways, we peeled some off right at this big spike down, push down, and then we held the rest. And he said he wanted to cover at VWAP, right? And he wasn't going to cover until then. So it starts kind of creeping back up here, and I really wasn't sure what it was what it was going to do. So I actually thought it was going to excuse me, make a run for high day after this double bottom here, but it didn't. It came down. So we covered just as it broke at VWAP right in here, right in this area here. So it was actually a really good trade. And yeah, it was a really good Friday, guys. I mean, actually, I'll save that because I was going to get into some thoughts on that. I think I'm going to save that and do a little bit of a rant video. I know some of you guys like those. So yeah, there's a couple trades. I took a couple other trades, but these were the main ones I really wanted to point out. And yeah, it was a good week, and back in the main account now. So things are cooking in it. So I'm happy with that. It feels good to be back playing with some size again. But there's some lessons to be learned there, and I mean, my trading doesn't really change, so I'll be able to teach the same. So anyways, guys, I hope you have a great Sunday, and we'll see you tomorrow.